All right, everyone, welcome back to the channel. Well, today, what have I been saying? What have I been saying? If you're a normal viewer of the channel, you fully expected a move like this today. But we got a bit of a surprise to the downside, man. Jeez, today, just an absolute bloodbath on the market. Officially, in my opinion, this ends the dream of the 2023 bull market. This is completely killed it today. We have not gone red technically on the year on the S&P 500, as you can tell over here where we opened at the year. We opened down here at about 3,800. So we're still green on the year, but key monster level we have given up, this 200-day moving average on the S&P. Closed it below it on the day. Tomorrow, who knows? We can go back right above it, but in my opinion, the market is now pricing in the incredibly tight unemployment numbers we will get tomorrow, and then the terrible inflation numbers we will get next week with CPI, with that CPI day being the knife in the back, if you will. Just crazy. Very high volume today on the S&P. This is the highest selling volume that we've had since over here mid-December, where we dumped after CPI again. Crazy high selling volume. VIX skyrocketing today, up 18.5%, up 20% at one point. So VIX looks like we're just putting in a higher high with a higher low. We are going for that higher high. Once we get above that 24 level on VIX, things begin to look very, very bad to the downside. Just crazy. Looking at the Nasdaq, once again, incredibly high selling volume. Not the highest we've had all year, but the highest since over here on the 23rd of February. Honestly, it's very interesting what's happening. I mean, the Nasdaq is down almost 2%, so it's really bad, but I kind of expected the Nasdaq to be leading this, to like see a day where the Nasdaq's down like 2.5% and then the S&P is only down 1.5%. But really, it's industrials leading us on the way down. The Dow Jones completely breaking its completely breaking out of this mold that it has had, where we've just been putting in higher highs, higher lows, kind of this consolidation. And now you can see where we cleanly broke out of this uptrend, and now we are the lowest that the Dow has been since the 10th of November, closing below that 200-day moving average for the first time since over here, 10th of November. So Dow Jones officially breaking out of this uptrend, back below that 200-day moving average. Just completely crazy, with the industrials leading the way down. I mean, CAT is down like 3% today, Boeing down about 3% today. Also worth mentioning, XLF banks, man. The banks are I mean, they're dumping. Look at the sell volume on the banks today. The XLF, this is the S&P financial sector. Crazy high sell volume. 106 million shares sold. This is the highest since over here. I mean, the highest since May of last year. Banks just absolutely tumbling. And a big part of that, to me, is because of what we're seeing in the crypto sector with our Silvergate Bank. They're going bankrupt. Silicon Valley Bank, they're heading towards bankruptcy. These crypto banks that just completely degenerate gambling with their funds, degenerately gambling them away on crypto. And obviously crypto has not recovered. So these banks are just hemorrhaging. And that brings me to Bitcoin. Now, I haven't made a Bitcoin video in a while, but Bitcoin, man, Bitcoin looks bad. Bitcoin looks bad. We lost this 21,000. I mean, basically 20,500 level on Bitcoin. So we have broken the higher high, higher low uptrend that we were having on Bitcoin. And it looks like we can just be sent straight back down to 1850 on Bitcoin, or 18,500. And I imagine this means we're going to start to see some new lows on Bitcoin, to be 100% honest. Maybe a trend line right there. We got our 200-day moving average right there. We are seeing this 50-week moving average, which usually, historically, signals the end of bear markets in crypto. We're bouncing right off that level, and in a big way. Big dumping on Bitcoin, down 7% today, dude. Brutal. Nvidia down about 3%. So Nvidia has a crazy setup, in my opinion. Nvidia, we had I'll change the color on this so you can see what the hell I'm talking about. We had a falling wedge inside of a falling wedge here on Nvidia. I can't believe I didn't see this yesterday, but crystal clear where Nvidia was today. We have these yellow lines, falling wedge, or I mean a rising wedge inside of a big ol' big old rising wedge that NVIDIA's in. These blue lines with the yellow lines, I mean, just crazy. It is looking as if NVIDIA is breaking out of that rising wedge with our trend line right there. Confirmation of this will be if we make a new low below 232, or a new low, not really a new low, but we break this support that we had over here at 232. That's been a huge level. And then below that, 230. Below that, obviously, 224.60, where we have our gap to fill to the downside below there. Looks so good to the downside, but not as good as Tesla. Man, guys, I'm making these videos for free, so please, I ask you to consider dropping a like, a comment if you made any money on these plays. Mind you, this is not financial advice. This is just for education, entertainment purposes only. But didn't I tell y'all about Tesla, man? Fuck, Tesla is looking perfect to the downside, man. Tesla has just been falling off a cliff to the downside. Looks incredible. Just crazy. AMD also looking good to the downside. So this is going to be a very quick video. So tomorrow we get that employment news. If we gap down tomorrow, if that employment news comes in hotter than expected, we gap down, I fully expect we will continue to go down tomorrow. I'm thinking we can make a close potentially around 380 tomorrow if that comes in red hot. Because this just looks bad. With the VIX, I mean, it looks cooked, man. We are not looking good. So that's really all I got today. This is going to be a very short video because there's just really not that much else to talk about. I mean, just the day. The price action on the day was disgusting. I mean, we gap up and we start seeing some pushing up to 400. Rejected perfectly. These levels, I told you guys about this box. Did I not say we got to get it back above 401? Rejected 401, rejected 401. Boom, easy. So thank you for watching. I'll see you guys in the next one.